bring out the goods against Daebong TV? We're gonna find out.
No balloon, no poison for either players. Daebong TV on blue bottom. Hecka, red top.
They really like this rush deck, the charge deck for the Korean players.
We'll see a little more though. Bandit has been pairing up with lots of different cards in the meta right now.
Okay, the Rascal Boy just gonna tank up the damage coming from the Flying Machine and
Sparky.
Okay, Sparky's gonna take care of the Rascal Girls in the back as well. Take care of one. It's a little bit damage, but it's not gonna be too much crucial. And you see, the Royale goes.
The arrow,
wow.
The perfect response.
Okay, the Sparky, how's it gonna be taken care of? Okay.
Dash from the Bandit, but the Bandit gets deleted.
One charge. Oh, very nice. And that freeze is gonna be obstructed right there. Detective Hecka shakes his head.
Just enough damage from the log.
4 elixirs lost there. Nothing coming out of that one.
Sparky seemed quite healthy for a single log. Greatly just calculated from Daebong TV having that experience though. All has been found out. Sparky, Freeze, Inferno Dragon, even the arrow, so Daebong TV knows what he's up against.
Really does, and oh, the Rascal Boy trying to tank up the damage, but it's not going to stop the Flying Machine from destroying his princess. And arrow, once again, just an even trade, 3 for 3 elixir. Flying Machine, how many hits is going to get on there? 1, 2. Not bad, but definitely has taken more damage himself, so and has to use more elixirs as well. Now it's a little bit even, but Daebong TV, I think he's a little bit uncontrolled on what to manage out of this here.
Well, we do have the 8th card from both players, but I think Detective Hecka, if he wants to bring this around, he really needs to connect the Flying Machine into the tower at least decent amount of damage every single time, because that Royal Ghost will be very strong.
Infernal Dragon is going to be the last card from the side of Daebong TV. Detective Hecka try to get the Flying Machine out there and a decent amount of damage. The Graveyard now being the last card revealed. Rascal and the freeze is happening.
The Rascals.
Oh my goodness.
None of them.
Nothing. Nothing coming out of that. Literally 9 elixirs used for nothing. We like to see sometimes the poison and the Graveyard being a typical combo right there, but when you don't get the freeze onto that one thing that's really destroying everything that's summoning out of that grave, and it's gonna be doomsday for you guys.
So Daebong was kind of expecting that to come out with the poison ban. Even Inferno Dragon locked on the Sparky, that's going to be gone in seconds.
That's a 7 elixir trade just to make sure it's out of there. And 1040 to 1982 at 1256 on the right side, mind you. So that's going to be one thing to keep in notice. And Sparky is definitely going to attack the right side here. Okay, no arrow coming from that Goblin.
He does have the arrow. He didn't really use it for a long time. He's dropping guards. Make sure he attacks with the guard on this one.
Goblin Gang just trying to stop the attack from coming through, and this time it's going to be the one. Sparky, can he get a charge? He's definitely not going to be able to adjust the log, making sure nothing happens out of that. Oh, okay, but the Royal
finishes off on the left side.
He's definitely looking on the right side there with the, I felt like the Graveyard, with enough time, could have gotten it there. Nice freeze that time around, but it's going to be Daebong TV with that Royal Ghost in the end. Does the chip damage.
What is this? Huh. It's an okay card.
They told you
he didn't want to lie to me.
Yeah, they told you it was a no-no.
His face was saying no-no, but he said okay.
Okay, look at this Hog Rider though, starting us off. Gotta get the Goblin Gang and the Infernal Dragon to take care of that one.
Hog Rider, when there's a tornado available, let's see if Daebong has it.
Yeah, it's definitely not banned out, so still a possibility out there. And Infernal Dragon, can he melt down? Always close to it, but the Musketeer sees to live another day.
Spooky Ghost disappeared in the arena. Will be straight walking in, but Ice Golem just in time. Oh, Cannon! As a defense, does work out for him a little bit, but the dash comes in.
1 dash and 1 hit. It's gonna be 1+1 here for the Bandit.
So Detective Hecka is off to a very cheap cycle deck with the Hog Rider, making sure he has some kind of structure. That's going to be the cannon against the Ghost. What can really stop the dashes from the Bandit that will be happening again?
Even going towards the Bandit as defense there, just to make sure the Hog Rider gets limited number of hits. And once again, very nicely done with the Ice Golem. Just make sure the bandit doesn't do a serious amount of damage.
Royale Ghost as a defensive tool is such a strong target.
And look how much damage it does just that one hit onto the cannon, and it's just so strong there.
And it's also not a single target damage.
Yeah.
It does a lot.
Oh,
misses one goblin.
Has to summon one more skeleton, so that's an extra elixir use just for that one. Oh, but look at this.
The Rascal's right after the log,
Yeah.
so fireball spent for it.
So Musketeer just trying to summon out just for the princess, but he knew with the Rascal Boy tanking it all day long.
Yeah,
Gonna have
good trade for Detective Hecka. He also saved that Musketeer for the next one, so not too bad. Cannon, you always forget how much damage cannons can actually do. They do a lot of damage, pretty quick attack speed as well.
Predictive log right there, but doesn't get anything from it. Princess just gonna take care of the tower. The cannon is gonna be gone there, and the Musketeer.
Now this push is pretty strong. 2 Royal Ghosts with the Bandit and the Infernal Dragon, and the Barrel goes again.
2 Royal Ghosts, and how we're gonna see this come out. And Infernal Dragon already at work, and it's already done for him. Wow, that's a way to start off the game here. The Hog Rider just going for it all. There's nothing he can do. The Rascals going to take care of the business right there. And cy+Chief, he knows he got the win. Not even going to wait for the time to go out as the 3 crowns go over to cy+Chief to get that set 1 victory.
Infernal Dragon survives for that long of a time. You know something's wrong with the game, and how are you defending it? Cannon was tough. Maybe if he had something like the Another thing with these bands, what they can prepare is the barrels. They can continue to throw them just like what we saw last week from Expo. It's not the first time, but did not work too well.
Okay. I see the Miner just trying to take care of everything in play, and still very nicely done there. And even the Fireball helping out with the Miner there. Takes no damage from the Expo, essentially.
Ooh, it does work against the Lava Hound perfectly. Only the Dark Prince in the way. Tesla already blocking it pretty well.
And the Tesla is going to be targeted out by the Mega Minion there. Do they have another Tesla ready to go?
Locks onto the tower, does straight damage now. Hundreds.
Gonna do a little bit of damage, but the Lava Hound is still so safe. This Electro Wizard is not going to be here for play. Zap just helping out.
Flying Machine also doing a decent amount of damage. We'll be going down to the poison, but already did thousands of damage, down to 866.
A desperate Fireball to make sure to cut out the lights, and the Lava Pups out of there, but still did incredible amounts of damage with that Flying Machine we're talking about. The Mega Minion was alive as well. 866 on the count now.
That's the thing, Expo is pretty strong, and over the time it will do a lot of damage, but against so many spells, it's not quite effective. Even if you can block it with the Tesla. See a little bit, as Tesla is supposed to block it, but Expo was quite placed a pixel closer to the bridge in that case.
So it could have been placed a little bit further to make sure it keeps the distance on, and otherwise, we're seeing this now, the abruptive attack with the Miner. Coming in with the poison as well.
Yeah, EuiChan and Seong Won, they basically already know. Look at those fireballs. Of course, didn't really connect. Did not connect to the maximum, but they already know. 242 in the poison range with few more damage, and already in the poison range with a fireball range. Few of the spells will just finish it.
Zap and Log just finishing it off with that 4 elixir trade once again, and Flying Machine just ready to take home the goods, and Tombstone, so easy. Get the damage on. We're gonna get the damage done there. Very easily done with the poison.
Yeah, now it's even easier because they've been attacking one on the left, but they have the tower down, so op.ggskeleton, they can place it right next to the Expo, which is terrible for Bren Esports.
There you go. And now it has to go for the right side. They have no other choice. Everything is here for them, but you're in this situation. What are you supposed to do? The poison already getting down the Expo in time, man.
So the 1,400 damage on the left side basically wasted for Bren Esports. Only having 15 seconds. Not even enough for the Expo to take it down.
Look at this. So much damage being done to the Expo. Just standing still here. And even the Miner and the Flying Machine just making sure everything goes down in a touch. And that's going to be a clean GG as EuiChan and Seong Won. Very nicely done there as they get their first game win on the board.
It is not the first time we saw the Expo, and it was kind of
the win against Bren Esports.
Oh, yes, certainly. They can continue their way. It is still possible for them to go because a lot of the Southeast Asia, they are up against the Japanese teams next week.
We're going to see this card here. This is the Japanese meta we were talking about earlier.
Is it going to be the same, very similar game number 1 from a PGG?
Very, very similar, as you say, but it's going to be the Inferno Dragon.
It blocks onto the Mega Minion first, so the Lava Hound actually does a little bit more damage. Even the Miner will do the same.
So this is the Japanese meta.
Double the Rascals.
Double Rascal. That's so greedy. I don't know if that's going to be worth it in the end. One log will take so much value off of that card. And even a Zap does so much as well.
Because op.gg's Skeletons, they did have the log in game 1. If it's the same one, they should have. They don't even need it anymore.
Oh my goodness, this is a huge value. 10 elixirs used. Summon both Rascals out into the party. And now EuiChan+Seong Won, they're absolutely just abundant in elixirs right now. They can do whatever they want. I wonder if cy+Chief, Glen, did they have the answer for what is to come next from op.ggskeleton?
Barrels.
Maybe the flying machine doing so well.
So they're willing to take little damage and trade it for better all the time. You do want to send your Miner sometimes to just take care of the Princess. It will just do straight amount of damage. And Poison not connecting with the Guard Goblin yet.
Okay, we see no log from EuiChan+Seong Won quite yet. So that will do justice for cy+Chief Glen, which is this is all about baiting out the log essentially. And if you can't do that, then the Bren Esports might have a good time with this because of the composition, this looks a lot better for this team.
So even a Zap and the Flying Machine at the right time. Because that was going to be somewhat significant amount of damage. At least a few hundreds in there.
The Goblin Barrel comes through once again. Do a little bit of chip damage there. Now gets ahead. 1159 to 925.
Again, laser locks onto Lava Hound.
Rascal being played there. Poison.
Double the poison.
Yeah, that's the 10. That's going to be 8 elixirs used just
but still doing somewhat a lot of damage.
There you go. And
only a Zap, no log available for sure. op.gg, they have been just struggling to find something new. Just blocking with a Zap is just not enough. Taking at least a few hundreds every single time the log is thrown down to the bottom left.
Yeah, that's going to be very important because Rascal is still helping out so much. And
should be thinking about the push to the right side already. Fireball comes, 46 left, and that's not enough.
5 seconds.
Or the left top side.
So close. 1 second. Oh, that was so close. Milliseconds of a difference. Now the game is reset. Of course, it's a little bit towards the advantage of cy+Chief Glen. Wow, what a game this is turning out to be because now it's a game of inches and anyone can take it from here, but they don't still have a log.
They do not have the log, but they do have a lot of the air units, which should just be fine. But a little bit late summon on the Dark Prince. Dark Goblin pretty fast and land. At least 2, even if it has very small amount of HP, it will actually do 1-2 straight shots to the tower.
863. The count and the rocket just speeding up the
both of them were caught in that rocket.
Very nice with that rocket. Maximum value right there, and it's going to be GG. There's no way coming back from here. EuiChan+Seong Won knows this play coming through.
They are losing the elixir trade. The battle, for sure, the log and the barrel.
Oh, puts it in the front.
The damage.
That's going to be the trick, the fake with the Goblin Barrel to put it right in front of the tower. Or the Mega Minion was there to defend it from the behind. And that's not going to reach it in time. And game 2 victory now going over to the main match for that last 1v1 to decide the winner. So op.ggskeleton have it easy now. Just to win one more and they can clinch the victory for themselves.
Oh yes, still on the match point. Both teams just putting off their best as they really need this win. op.gg for them to advance into the wild card. Or is it going to be Bren Esports for them to climb up a little higher and become the first from the region?
Oh, cycling at the all-important spell, the log.
Just showing that we do have the log, by the way.
Hey, you know what it is, though? The log is probably one of the most important spells in the current meta after the introduction of the Rascals. And wow, look at this double Mega Minion summon. And look at this. Lava Hound just ready to play.
Electro Wizard is slowing them down a little bit. Inferno Dragon does lock on.
And a cannon cart. Here to just whip out against the Dark Prince. Doesn't get much of it there because it's.
We'll just get a charge onto the tower as well.
Yeah. So it's very late on that one. Bren Esports could have gotten a little bit earlier on that arrow. In the end, it's going to be the one to really put down lots of damage. 1290 already on the count here.
Compared to it, much of a damage here as just wanted to see what happens right after. Just trying to cycle out op.ggskeleton's cards.
Risky playing. They're playing with fire, Bren Esports. If that Dark Prince got one more charge, they were just relying on the Princess Tower to do all the work, but could have been much worse, but thankfully, nothing happens on that one.
Bren Esports, they have to be holding Tesla.
Okay, it's great against Lava Hound, by the way.
They have to be holding in another card that should be pushing in with them. So far, none. Only the Ice Golem was certainly not enough to push all the way against in the 2v2.
Tesla is literally the best defense structure against the Lava Hound combo.
Oh, the Mega Knight. This is what we've been waiting for. And the cannon cart right behind. That was the thing hiding. Right behind it. It is, I think it's in range, maybe?
Yeah, now it's in range. Now it's definitely in range. And so much damage being done. Look at that.
Look at the damage.
Holy smokes. It's destroyed, but the tower is gone just as well. Okay. See?
The Electro Wizard just buying enough time.
Oh, great defense there. Knowing cy+Chief Glen takes no damage out of that one.
Yeah, that's the thing. The units hiding behind the bigger unit. Sometimes we don't get to see what's under the minion horde. Sometimes the mini P.E.K.K.A just walks straight in. And you never really expect it. But once you throw that arrow, you see something else.
See the poison coming in from offense here. From both sides. The freeze now happening from Bren Esports to make sure they stop the damage coming through. Like we keep mentioning, this is going to be a complete reset to continue on the game. CRL+Seong Won just trying to go for the Lava Hound push, but really not coming too much out of it, coming empty-handed in. Still gotta look at the cannon
reflexes from op.ggskeleton, stopping that cannon cart.
Get that tombstone down, and it's gonna be fine to go for the time being. And this charge, how much is gonna get done?
Stopped by the miner, but
miner defense.
Miner gone already.
You see the double Mega Minion. Mega Knight.
This time without the cannon cart.
Oh, with the Electro Wizard in the back, that's going to do so well for these guys. Mega Knight eventually will make the jump through. Still going to be wasting a lot of time to get there. And
Dark Knight just doing the great defense for op.ggskeleton, but still taking the poison damage. So let's see where this goes. 2 more minutes.
See this come here. Miner just trying to chip away as best as he can. Cannon cart just trying to get melted down, but careful here as they don't want to reach the tower.
Barely out of range.
No, it's actually
in range. Gets two shots.
Yeah, that's actually right along the edge there. And you were talking about G-Clip, but barely gets it down. And Lava Hound, second one. This is going to be the desperation. This is going to be the all-in effort. If this doesn't work, I don't know what will.
Too many Mega Minions. Oh, the freeze to capture everyone except for the Dark Prince, who's actually drawn by the Ice Golem as well. So the poison destroying everything.
This is now being reminiscent of what we saw from Bren Esports in the first few weeks in terms of their attack performance. Talking about the 2v2 doing so well. This is what we're used to, and we want to see Bren Esports perform this well. The Fireball, just making sure every spell down.
One more spell needed though.
Okay.
And the Zap will finish it with the log.
Yeah.
They will bring it back and win this 2v2, and we are going into the ace match.
Knowing cy+Chief Glen, they're ready to play in. They're just ready to get this there. And they send out the heart signs and send us some smiles as well, which is going to be the more important thing because Bren Esports has not really had that smile for many couple of weeks because last few weeks it has been tough for these guys.
He can actually have this 1v1 down to himself, the first one for the team.
First one for his career in Clash Royale Legation. Let's start off with a miner. What he can do. Ice Wizard. Slow down each of the hits. I mean, with that shovel. Okay, interesting choice here. To the Goblin Hut. He used the Baby Dragon for double TV.
It almost seems like the Spirit Goblin is frozen after the first Spirit thrown. Graveyard. And of course the poison to respond. Even the Zappies.
Just helping out with the Baby Dragon more than anything. Because
A bowler from Dabong TV, but a perfect response.
Yeah, against the Zappy, it's absolutely just perfect. And send out one more rock, and with the log, it does the job. Flying Machine, just take care of the bowler, who will definitely not be attacking the Flying Machine. Boulder is a little bit heavy to throw up in the air.
Let's see how Dabong TV responds. It's quite hard after looking at those 6 cards. Again, he can't really damage any with the skeletons from the graveyard, and his airs are not really too powerful against all the ground units from Shift Clan. Gladly, he does have the log to pair up, and Poison may be doing a little bit more damage, and this Baby Dragon does a lot so far.
He's gonna get some help from that Poison there, and we talked about it earlier. Graveyard Poison still a possibility. Not the most meta anymore, but still many people do decide to play and make it work, especially the Korean players. And Dabong TV taking the initiative to take this one up. See what we can do with it.
He's having the slow approach with the bowler. He does have the cycle with the Baby Dragon as well, holding in that graveyard for now. Slowing down the attack with the Ice Wizard, but now Hecka suddenly appears, but Hecka will not really get too close to the bowler, but stopping that with the miner. Great job by Chief Glen.
Okay, so we go in here. Hecka just able to swipe things down. Zappy's there to counter the Infernal Dragon so well there. Really has no time to just close it down, and Hecka gonna get one swipe. Wise. Mostly about the other team. The Dabong TV doing well to react, and now it's gonna get the minor damage from Chief Glen.
Zappies are just slowing down the units so well with all the stun. Poison, of course, the counter. The graveyard once again. Just connecting few damages from the skeletons only.
Just gonna bait out the Poison and use the Poison himself to get the job done.
I think it comes down to Dabong, his next tornado, how effectively he can actually line that up against the Hecka once again. Does have the bowler now, but the Zappies will be the real problem.
Zappies will most likely be summoned once again as soon as the bowler and the Electro Wizard, Infernal Dragon gets close, but Miner ready to start things up here.
Let's lock it down, and no Poison this time to respond, even having the tornado to make sure the Zappies close in together with the Flying Machine. So the Baby Dragon did connect once only, down to 402. So even with the log, you want to connect some more damage.
And it was important, the Miner now coming into play. Oh, but it's gonna suddenly go, but
with
the
bowler, the positioning placement from Chief Glen.
Wow, we didn't see that before, and the bowler pushes the Miner back to the King's Tower.
Didn't really think through that bowler may have just went down, but activating the King Tower down to 643. Very close, but maybe a little bit more painful now. Taking less damage from the Miner.
Miner still down to 154.
Dabong does have the Poison, and this Poison from Chief Glen is not enough to take it down, so Dabong does take the win.
19 HP, you can see it right there. Was the difference between the two players, and Dabong TV get the victory by the closest margin with that last Poison being cast. We're gonna find out. Second game could be the last one. If Dabong TV wins out this one against Chief Glen. There's the Giant and the Rascal being banned out. We don't know what's going to be in play, but Dabong starts off heavy as he puts down the Elixir Collector here.
Ooh. Miner does not come to the Collector, goes straight to the tower.
He's going to use a Poison instead to chip it down, but that's going to be even trade throughout, and you're not really getting much out of that.
Gets a dash out from the Bandit, so that's about an even trade, I would say. Zappies once again. Let's see if it's the same deck.
This against the Royal Ghost is going to take a couple of hits. Get one more hit, and it's going to take 3 hits actually, so a lot of Princess Tower hits taken in. 3 Musketeers. It's going to be the answer for Dabong TV.
Of course, the moment you see the Elixir Collector, you do kind of expect it, and the Royal Ghost respond from Chief Glen does have a lot, and even Hecka being dropped, but the tower is getting some damage.
Okay, starting off here. The Royal Ghost doing a good job on the right side. Getting down to 1670.
Dabong TV, he has lots of solutions against that Pekka. He has the Pekka pull, the goblins, the ice spirit. He can delay the Pekka forever.
Ice Golem is so good for that one, and gonna get where it needs the most. See the goblin, someone there, not even the spear goblin, but just regular goblin on that occasion. All the cards now revealed for Chief Glen, and now has to just compensate for that Elixir Collector once again, see what he can do this time.
Hecka is sealed and locked unless Chief Glen has a major elite elixir lead here. Even if he has an elixir lead, I think by throwing down the Pekka, he may just lose it. So maybe he'll just have to keep that in all this time. Just use the minor poison effectively enough to do some damage and finish off the right bottom tower, as only 7:14 left now.
7:14 as you say, but still the three musketeers ready to take things down, and right tower looks very vulnerable now.
That's in, Zappy already gone. Ghost already locks onto the damage. Musketeer taking out damage source from the back, so not too bad of a trade for Chief Glen, also dropping the Zappies once again.
See this come up, flying machine.
But only 266, so Dabong TV he has lost this one already. A minor hit with the poison would just finish the game here.
Catch it with the bandit. Still gonna be a low health, but log to finish him off, and Chief Glen now collects his first victory in this 1v1 format. Gonna go on to game 3. Decided with a Bren Esports, especially for op.ggskeleton and Bren Esports. We got one more series after this one, but for these two teams, it will be the one to decide the winner. op.ggskeleton, Bren Esports, who will be the winner? Minor to start off. Very similar decks now, as we see very much Goblin Hut being thrown down on both sides. Poison being planted down just to destroy the flying machine and the Goblin Hut. A little bit of time here. Zappy style being used by Dabong TV. So taking a page out of the playbook for Chief Glen.
A very similar one from Chief Glen game 2.
Wow, is it going to be literally the same deck though? Let's see. Zappies.
We'll see some variations. It is not the flying machine all the time.
Okay. Royale, you see it? I'm telling you, this just might be very similar, if not the same deck. Okay, the minor now. Now, 5 cards. That looks almost similar. And the flying machine. Hey!
We'll see. We still have 5 more, Joel.
There we go.
Gotta wait for those question marks.
There you go. But damage being done by the minor very nicely by Dabong TV. Flying machine. Getting swiped out.
If you place it right all the way to the left or the right, it will kind of act like an Hog Rider because it has a wide range and just do straight damage to the towers.
See the Pekka, see if this becomes similar. That's a hard one to copy off the books here. 660 on the right side tower now as the Spear Goblins coming out of that Goblin Hunt each and every time. It's gonna be the Pekka mirrored once again, and we might get exactly the same deck. G-Clef.
Let's wait a little bit more. Because we do have the log Zappies slowing them down. The poison is the real deal. And the minor on the back.
Gets the extra swipe here and looking very good. 261 down to 187.
In the meantime, so much damage done onto the right tower though.
Gonna get that free tower, no problem there. Chief Glen just focusing on getting the Pekka through, but gets no swipe in the end. So if we see the log coming in from Chief Glen, it will be exactly the same thing.
Oh, yeah. Very likely by now. The reason why Chief Glen didn't really use it was because he was using the poison. Didn't really waste any elixirs because he was losing his own tower already. Now this push down to the last 30 seconds. He does need to come back. Poison dropped already. The minor doing some damage and the log final card revealed. But the poison so much more effective for Dabong.
Okay. See the Zappies now trying to slow down.
And a major value on that log as well.
Charge coming through. Rogos.
Even with the minor, just not enough time. Poison, he needs something like a rocket right now, but does not have it.
Okay, it's going to be out of cards in Dabong TV. Another victory in that 1v1 and single-handedly carries his team to another Korea victory as op.ggskeleton picks up the win against Bren Esports.
They lost.